Hi, here we go again on another 3D drawing lesson. They're slightly out of sequence perhaps the way we described them earlier on, but it's just the way they come through in perhaps the logical order. And we're also now using a few bathroom examples which we didn't used to do because some of the bathrooms are quite difficult to draw because of the shapes, but nonetheless I'm sure you want to see these things. So this is the bird's eye formal method bathroom example. Okay, that's what we're aiming for. That's what our final image is going to look like, or something like. And of course, as before, we start with a scale plan. As before, we locate the vanishing point. Now there's two rows of things, two lines of things that we'll want to view as much as possible. So it's a quite straightforward choice really. We want to see the units, we want to see the bath, vanishing points there. As before, line up the vanishing point with the corner of the room, project the walls. Okay, and then you start adding the furniture outline. So the first thing we've done is vanishing point, edge of the bath, up. Vanishing point, other edge of the bath, up. We then have to decide how high it is. Now, unlike an ordinary perspective, there's no particular reason to be very fussy about the bird's eye perspective measurements. In fact, many times I just use a 1 to 50 scale, but in actual fact, if you get used to it, you won't even need to worry about a scale. It's very simple. So use a measurement if you want to, just to get yourself familiar with the technique, but maybe a 1 to 50 if you want to. But obviously the bath height is something like about 500, 600 max, and of course the unit height in a bathroom is around 800 millimeters, so that's what we're looking at. And the variations that you get in ordinary perspective aren't that fussy in a bird's eye. So there we go, we've got our outline of the bath already. We're used to the depth of the bath because we started that on the front, and now we're looking at the carcass outline for the right hand side. And here we go again. We'll finish that outline very simply because it's just vanishing point to go up, and then of course the rest of the lines are all square. And as before, some of the items are in scale, particularly at floor level, but it's very simple to project that scale upwards in a compact view like a bird's eye. So now we're looking for a bit more detail. We're showing the door detail, we're showing the window. Okay, so now we've got a bit more detail. We've got the unit sizes, the unit divisions coming together more like a plan now. And now we're getting the depth of the bath. You can clearly see the depth of the bath. We're getting the sink. So we're using a geometric design to make it simple for us to draw rather than the really round shapes. And we've got a geometric toilet giving a little bit of depth there. You can just see the sort of geometric top section and then the more rounded bottom section. And now we've added a bit more detail. We've got a tap on the bath, we've got a tap on the sink, and we put a bit of shading in on the toilet to sort of show the seat and bring out the effect of the toilet a bit better than with just the plain no rendering technique. And now we're trying to depict the shower screen. The bath is a shower bath, has a shower screen, and generally speaking, rather than try to produce a firm defined shower screen, we're going to do a ghosted screen. So you can just see the outline of the screen. It doesn't take over the drawing, it shows that it's there, and you can put a bit of shading on it. You can do quite a few bits to enhance it, mostly in fact with colour really, but that is all you need, and I find it works extremely well. So we get on to a little bit more detail. We've got 1 or 2 handles on the doors, things like that. And now we're going to do a bit of rendering. Brings it out, makes the drawing more saleable, more attractive, gives the customer a good buying incentive. So anything else you want to do, there are lots of other things you can do. You could render the walls if you wanted to. We've got a mirror, just a hint of a mirror on the above the sink there. So there's quite a few little bits you can put in. I mean, you can put in a TV, a bathroom TV for effect, just to make it look a bit more colourful as much as anything else. And there we've got our finished bathroom with a frame, subtle frame around it, and I think you'll find that looks quite effective. We've actually got the seat in white as opposed to the grey one we had before. It doesn't really matter, it's up to the individual taste, but I think you'll agree that comes out pretty well and is a very good saleable example. See you next time.